Hello and a very good afternoon. It's 12 p.m. You're watching Rajya Sabha Television. I'm Frank Pereira. It's time for Verdict 2016. Let's begin with the headlines. Election Commission rejects West Bengal Chief Secretary's reply to notice against Mamata Banerjee. In strongly worded letter to TMC Chief, asks her to personally respond. LDF's manifesto spells out its stand on liquor. Front makes it clear abstinence is its policy, proposes to raise age limit to 23. Congress releases list of 33 candidates for Tamil Nadu. BJP releases fourth list with 27 candidates for polls on May 16. Well, the Election Commission has asked TMC Chief Mamata Banerjee to personally respond to its show cause notice on the reported poll code violation by this Friday. The Commission has rejected a reply to its notice submitted by West Bengal Chief Secretary on her behalf. In a strongly worded letter issued to Mamata, the poll watchdog made it clear that the notice was issued to her in her capacity as TMC head and not as West Bengal Chief Minister. Mamata is in the dock for allegedly breaking the model code of conduct by announcing formation of Asansol district and certain other comments during her election campaign for the ongoing assembly polls. Meanwhile, the opposition parties demanded action against the Chief Secretary for answering the notice on behalf of the TMC Chief and also against the TMC Chief for making the administrative officer to answer to the Commission on her behalf. They said that by doing this, she has misused the official machinery for electoral purposes. While campaigning for the third phase of West Bengal Assembly elections, which will see a part of the metropolis go to polls, ended on Tuesday evening. Over 1.37 crore electorate will decide the fate of 418 candidates, including 34 women, in 62 seats spread across Murshidabad, Nadia, Burdwan districts and North Kolkata on Thursday. Trinamool Congress, Left Congress Alliance and BJP are expected to put up a tough fight in all the seats. Key contestants in this phase include Trinamool Congress ministers Shashi Panja and Sadan Pandey, BJP National Secretary Rahul Sinha, five-time Congress MLA Mohammad Shohrab, CPIM MLA Anisur Rahman and retired IPS officer Nazrul Islam. Well, the Election Commission has transferred two police officials in the poll-bound districts of Murshidabad and Nadia. They were transferred following allegations by opposition parties. As per the instructions of the Election Commission, the officers in charge of Shantipur police station in Nadia and Domkal in Murshidabad have been removed. Elections in these areas will be held in the third phase on April 21st. Ever since the election process has begun, the poll panel has transferred a number of officials, including a district magistrate, several superintendents of police and even Kolkata Police Commissioner Rajiv Kumar. Well, around 60% of the polling stations in Kolkata, which will go to polls on April 21st, which is tomorrow, have been identified as vulnerable. All the 505 polling stations, of which 288 were vulnerable, will be manned by the Central Paramilitary Forces during polling on Thursday. One constable of the Kolkata Police will be present to maintain queues in 1,859 booths of the 505 polling stations. Around 7,000 to 8,000 Kolkata Police personnel and 61 companies of the Central Force will be present at the 7 constituencies of the city, where polling will be held in the third phase of elections. Well, joining me for a chat this afternoon to talk about West Bengal and what's likely to happen in the third phase of polling in the state is Shekhar Iyer, political editor of the Deccan Herald. Thank you so much for being with me on the program, Shekhar. As far as the third phase of polling in West Bengal is concerned, what do you expect to happen? I mean, people have been saying that it's going to be a two-pronged contest, but can the BJP make some kind of an impact there?
Well, I think largely the fight has so far looked like between the Trinamool Congress and the Left Congress Alliance. And this new arrangement between the left and the Congress has already created shivers among certain Trinamool leaders because probably Mamata herself did not expect that alliance would form up in such a way. And also that down the line, both the left cadres and Congress cadres are now working jointly in many places, which is rather disturbing Mamata. And also the areas that are going to polls day after tomorrow are those areas where See, you have got the North Calcutta where the urban, and there is some kind of, one can say, dissatisfaction among the voters as to what has happened in the last few months, whether it is Sarda scam or this tragic collapse of Vivekananda flyover. So I think Mamata is on a sort of a back foot kind of campaign we have seen. And also we saw the Congress president, Sonia Gandhi, perhaps Mamata did not expect that Sonia would herself directly, launch a full attack on her. I think it was always believed that Sonia had some soft corner for Mamata and she would not do that. But I think given the heat of the elections that is going on and the way this alliance, particularly the Congress left wing, has started working, and because the estimates are now saying that if this alliance really clicks, you could see Congress and left together getting anywhere, between 60 to 70 seats at the minimum. So that is worrying for Mamata and even other pockets in, say, South Bengal, because largely this alliance is seen that it will do well in the North Bengal. But I think even in pockets in South Bengal, the message for the Trinamool is rather not good. And with the kind of violence that has been unleashed and this brazen attempt, as your headline said today, Election Commission sends a notice to Mamata Banerjee as the Trinamool Congress leader. She gets the Chief Secretary to reply. Now, this kind of brazenness, and even in the public meeting, she said that Election Commission can send notice, but after the May 16th results, everything is going to be over. Now, I think people are not going to be very happy with this kind of approach.
Could anti-incumbency also be a factor?
I think the big problem for her is she has repeated many of the sitting MLAs. And some of who were found, their name figured in this latest sting. Narda sting. And then she said, look, I could not change because I was not aware of this. I think those all show that what was once seen as a very easy election for her looks quite trying.
Okay. Stay with us, Shekhar. I'm going to take your thoughts on something else that we're tracking here later on the program as well. But now, let's throw the spotlight on Singur district, a place known for the forceful ouster of Tata Nano's plant from West Bengal. In this report, we will focus on the people's issues, pain and agony that they have been experiencing. It's been 10 years since the nano plant incident took place, but agony still continues. Here's a report.
10 years ago, Shiv Shankar left his engineering course midway to take up a job in Tata's nano plant. But the factory shut down and he lost this job. Today, Shiv Shankar has neither a job nor a degree.
सिंगूर के आम आदमी के बारे में कोई किसी ने भी नहीं सोचा. उधर जो रूरल पार्टी है बोले जो भी अपोजिशन पार्टी है कोई नहीं सोचा. बस वो लोग पॉलिटिक्स करते गए और हम लोग सफर होते रहे. अब जो सिंगूर का जो कंडीशन हो गया, कोई भी पार्टी यहाँ पे नया फैक्ट्री नहीं लगा सकते.
Shiv Shankar is one of the many youngsters who hoped the Tata project will usher in development. Many voluntarily gave up their land, some got compensation, some didn't. Vishwas Bengal was one of those who got compensation, but all that money has been spent.
টাকা মিল গিয়া কিন্তু জমিতে দিয়া থা যে কারখানা হোনা সেই কিন্তু কারখানা তো হলো না তা ক্ষতির জমিটা চলে গেল তো টাকা তো আমার দরকার ছিল না.
Farmers whose lands were forcibly taken away are upset.
कॉम्पेंसेशन लिए हमारा लड़ाई नहीं था. हम लोग ऐसा बात बोला ये उर्वर जमी फाटाई लैंड ये लैंड ये एक मैंने खाद्य सुरक्षा खाद्य भांडार है आप लोग आगे बारो ওখানে এক ফসলি জমি পতি জমি আছে সেখানে ইন্ডাস্ট্রি লাগাও.
The Singur incident established Mamata Banerjee firmly in the state's politics. It helped her in a big way to form the state government in 2011. Mamata, who had then opposed industry in the state, is today desperately trying to bring it back in the state.
Industrialization may create opportunity of employment, but that is another thing. But those cultivators who are giving their lands forever, they are to be properly inhabited. That was not done. So Mamata Banerjee protested.
The issue of Singur farmers is still in the Supreme Court. In the name of compensation, they get 2,000 rupees and 16 kilogram of rice a month. The left is claiming it will bring in industry if it forms the government.
वो तो बुद्धदेव भट्टाचार्य कुछ दिन आगे सिंगूर में आया था. वो बोला फर्स्ट काम होगा सिंगूर में इंडस्ट्री हम बनाएगा. इधर से तो कारखाना चला नहीं जाना चाहिए कारण 85% फार्मर्स जब एग्री
Singur is a case study in how politics was used to play with the future of the people. The left government approved the Tata's nano factory. Mamata Banerjee opposed it and got it shut down. 10 years later, Singur has neither factory nor jobs or even development. Arfa Khanam Sherwani's report for Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, it's time for a short break now, but on the other side, we'll take a look at news from the other poll-bound states. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Tales that inspire. Stories of social change. A salute to diversity. Promoting public discourse. Events that motivate. Inspiring the innovative spirit. Watch Rajya Sabha television documentaries on Rajya Sabha television.
Gyan Chopper is the ancient version of Indian snakes and ladders. This intriguing game was popular among the old, the young, and the rulers as well. The chopper has its origin in the Jain philosophy. It tells the story of virtue, symbolized by the ladders, rewarded, while the vices shown by the snakes are punished. Each square, in turn, also narrates some message of wisdom.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. Let's get you the latest now from poll-bound Kerala. Well, the CPIM-led LDF has made it clear in its election manifesto that liquor abstinence is its policy. The party has also said that it will raise the age limit to 23 years for liquor consumption in the state. The party added that lessons about anti-liquor awareness will be included in the school curriculum from the 8th to the 12th standards. The liquor policy is a major debating point in the state after the UDF government had closed down more than 700-odd foreign liquor bars below the category of 5-star hotels as part of its policy in 2014. On the liquor policy, the manifesto mentioned that a mass people's campaign program similar to the one organized by the LDF government previously to achieve total literacy in the state would be conducted to create awareness about ill effects of alcohol. Promising a corruption-free, secular and developed Kerala, the manifesto guaranteed employment to 25 lakh people in different sectors including IT, tourism and small-scale industries, houses and toilets for all, power supply in all houses by 2017 and creation of an exclusive department for women. It also said that all welfare pensions would be increased to 1,000 rupees and also promised a comprehensive health insurance scheme to all. Meanwhile, Kerala Chief Minister Oman Chandi clarified that his government had no role in the grant of bar licenses to 5 new 5-star hotels in the state. He said it was done by the centre as part of its tourism policy. The Chief Minister also added that there was nothing unusual in it. He also made it clear that the UDF would not dilute its policy envisaging total prohibition in 10 years. KPCC President V.M. Sudhiran, who has been at the forefront of the anti-liquor campaign, also said that the UDF will not change its policy on prohibition. The issue has triggered a row with CPIM veteran V.S. Achyutanandan attacking the UDF government, saying it has exposed the government's fake liquor policy to dupe the public. Shekhar Iyer, political editor of the Deccan Herald, is still with me on the program. You know, the issue of prohibition liquor ban has taken center stage in Kerala, and ever since 2014, when the UDF government brought this policy in, people have been talking about it because Kerala is one of the highest consumers of alcohol, or was the highest consumer of hard liquor. So, do you believe that it's such a big poll issue in Kerala?
I think it is. I think it is. And that's largely because what has happened in the last few years. You will recall that in 1996, Similarly, Anthony, just before he went to the polls, he had brought in a similar kind of prohibition policy. Now, Kerala has suffered in terms of social infrastructure, in terms of the ills in the society. As you just mentioned, per capita consumption is one of the highest in the country. So, in terms of the impact on the health of its people, it has been a serious issue. The alcoholism is on the rise. Hospitals are full of people who are suffering from damaged liver and other consequences of alcoholism.
Yes.
So, in order to combat alcoholism, parties have been talking about it, just as we have seen in the neighboring Tamil Nadu.
Yes.
Now, I see a parallel between what Jayalalitha has said about prohibition and what the left front has done in Kerala. You see, in their manifesto, they talk of abstinence because it has been debated. Like Tamil Nadu has gone through its cycle of prohibition, then prohibition being lifted.
Yes.
And also the fact that such a huge revenue comes from sale of liquor. Like Tamil Nadu itself has 30,000 crores, every year from liquor sales. And that too by a state marketing Tansec.
Yes.
So therefore, in Kerala, I think the left is trying to take the debate that there's no point in having a blanket ban, then the consequences of enforcing that blanket ban, corruption and payoffs and all kinds of kickbacks, all those things. Rather, left is talking of, look, you have a graded system where you do more of education. After all, it's a 100% literacy state where you need to do a lot of campaign, particularly among youth. Like we have seen campaigns against drugs taking place in schools and college campuses. Similarly, why not a drive against alcoholism? So I think left is more pragmatic given the kind of revenues because after all, if they look like they are set to come back to power. Therefore, their approach seems to be more pragmatic, and they don't want to make some promises and which they find it difficult. And also, you find the criticism against the UDF prohibition policies. You have banned all the local liquor, but you have left out those bars which operate from five-star hotels.
Yes.
So obviously, Chandy is on the defensive. He says, look, this is because of the tourism policy where, five-star hotels will have to provide this to tourists, whether it is tourists who come from outside or foreign tourists. But I think the debate in Kerala, actually the discourse in Kerala is, it's high time something is done, to check this, the slide, which is huge. It is creating a huge impact on the health infrastructure. I think that's a very big problem. And there have been several studies to point out, the kind of damage it has done in the interior areas. And not only just men, even boys, girls, even women folk.
Yes.
And of course, prohibition has a lot of echo among the women voters who feel that if there is a crackdown, it's a crackdown, at least their male folks will not blow up their hard-earned money on liquor.
Yes, indeed. All right, Shekhar, we'll have to leave to that. Thank you so much for joining us on the program and putting things into perspective for us. Moving on now, ahead of the polls, the centre has appointed the Rubber Board Chief in Kerala. Senior IAS officer A. Ajit Kumar has been appointed as Kerala-based Rubber Board's chairman, a post lying vacant for over a year and a half. The appointment comes less than a month ahead of assembly polls due in the southern state on May 16th. The Appointments Committee of Cabinet has approved the appointment of Kumar, a 1994 batch IAS officer of Kerala cadre. The vacancy has been a political issue in the state. Congress had late last month criticized the union government for not appointing a full-time board chairman. Polls in 140 assembly constituencies in Kerala are scheduled to be held on May 16th. Well, the BJP is all set to shift its election campaign in Kerala into top gear, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, party president Amit Shah among top leaders slated to address some of the 70 rallies in the state. As the campaign enters the next phase, the BJP plans to get top leaders to address rallies from April 25th. Chief among them being Union Ministers Sushma Swaraj, Rajnath Singh, M. Venkaiah Naidu and Nirmala Sitharaman. The BJP is contesting 97 of the 140 assembly seats. Its main ally, BDJS, has been allotted 37 seats, while the remaining 6 seats have been given to small partners. BJP has pulled out all stops to give a tough fight this time to the ruling Congress-led UDF and LDF, spearheaded by CPIM, in its bid to open its account in the state. BJP State President K. Rajashekaran, former Union Minister O. Rajagopal, former party presidents V. Muralidharan, P.K. Krishnadas and P.S. Sridharan Pillai are some senior state leaders trying their luck in the polls. And staying with news from Kerala, our correspondent Ravindra Sharon spoke with Kerala's senior CPM leader and former Rajya Sabha MP P. Rajiv on his party's expectations from the upcoming assembly elections. Let's listen into what he had to say.
This time we expect more because the anti-incumbency factor is very high in Kerala, and this alliance with some backdrop alliance with the Congress and BJP, it is already discussed in very detail in these district segments. And we think we can make more.
क्या अहम मुद्दे हैं जिनको आप उठाने वाले हैं? आपको लगता है कि उसकी वजह से वोटर आपकी तरफ ज़्यादा झुकाव होगा?
Major issue corruption. Actually, this government is competing with the UPA governments. The last Lok Sabha election, the people voted against the corrupted UPA government. We expect the same fate for this Oman-Chandi-led corrupted government. Most of the public distribution system is dismantled, and the price rise is very high.
लिकर बैन का जो मामला है उसमें आपकी पार्टी का स्टैंड अभी तक क्लियर कुछ नहीं हो पाया है। एक जो इंडस्ट्री खासतौर पर टूरिज्म इंडस्ट्री है, उनका मानना है कि दिस विल इफेक्ट देम एडवर्सली, और दूसरी जो इंडस्ट्री है, दूसरा जो सेक्शन है जिसमें रिलीजियस पीपल है, उन लोगों का कहना है कि प्रोहिबिशन शुड बी देयर। आप लोगों का क्या स्टैंड है, पार्टी का क्या स्टैंड?
Our position is we never take a step to increase the consumption of alcohol in this state. Never. We always stick for reduce the consumption of alcohol. We should take all steps to reduce the consumption of alcohol in these states. But their position is entirely different, UDF. This policy is the result of a corrupt activity of that government. But nowhere in the world prohibition is an answer to reduce the consumption of alcohol.
Well, let's now slip into a short break, but we'll get you news from Tamil Nadu on the other side. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
There has been a bar bribery scandal, then a solar scam. Because of all these scams, your party's image has taken a beating.
Allegations and the truth are two different things.
Kerala Congress is the most mismanaged unit amongst all the state congresses. Do you believe so?
They are all appreciating us, and it is a model to other states.
First time, BJP is saying that they probably might be the kingmaker.
The Kerala people's mind is not with BJP.
Watch our special episode of To The Point with Kerala Chief Minister Oman Chandi on the campaign trail, only on Rajya Sabha television.
Welcome back. You're watching Rajya Sabha television. Let's take a look at news from Tamil Nadu now. Well, the Congress has released a list of 33 candidates for the May 16th Assembly elections in Tamil Nadu, which it is fighting in alliance with the DMK. The party has been out of power in the state for the past 50 years and has generally been playing second fiddle to either of the Dravidian parties, DMK and the AIADMK. The alliance this time was finalized after a meeting with senior leaders Ghulam Nabi Azad and Mukul Wasnik with DMK Supremo M. Karunanidhi. The main tussle in the state is between the ruling AIADMK-led alliance and the DMK-led alliance. Meanwhile, the BJP has released its fourth list of 27 candidates for the Tamil Nadu elections. The party has already announced the name of 141 candidates for the state. The BJP is fighting the elections in alliance with some small outfits in Tamil Nadu. The state goes to polls on May 16th. Well, amid all the noise of who'll be the king and who'll end up as kingmaker, PMK leader Anbumani Ramadas insists his chances of emerging as the chief minister in the Tamil Nadu Assembly elections are bright. Rejecting the idea of freebies, he insists on free services in sectors of health and education. Here's how he hit the campaign trail in Chennai. Patali Makkal Kachi leader and chief ministerial candidate Anbumani Ramadas has sought a chance to rule Tamil Nadu, promising to provide a transparent and corruption-free government. He served as the youngest cabinet minister at 35 and led the Ministry for Health and Family Welfare from 2004 to 2009 as part of the then UPA government. He is currently a member of parliament from Dharmapuri constituency. He sets the tone of the electoral battle, breaking up contentious local issues. He started his day by addressing several press conferences and giving interviews to the scribes in Coimbatore in Chennai. Ramadas then goes on to address a large public gathering in Annasalai area of Chennai. The former Union Health Minister is known for his crusading efforts demanding the ban on tobacco and bringing about total prohibition of alcohol. The loss of revenue on account of prohibition, he claims, would be made good by preventing smuggling of sand and other minerals.
Women are very, very angry with her for enforcing alcohol, not selling alcohol, enforcing alcohol. And because Tamil Nadu is a state where it has the highest road traffic accidents in the country. Tamil Nadu is a state which has got the highest young widows in the country. Tamil Nadu has got the highest suicide rates in the country. Tamil Nadu has got the highest liver disease problem in the country, all because of alcohol. So this is where people, women identify PMK as the only party who could bring in total prohibition.
Anbumani Ramadas has plunged into image-building exercise. Youthful apparel, custom-made podiums and dialogue with diverse target audience have become norm for him. In a departure from political culture and rhetoric of Tamil Nadu, Anbumani delivers data-laden speeches.
India, maternal mortality rate 50% reduction, infant mortality rate 55% reduction.
Ramadas has got support from unexpected quarters ahead of the assembly elections. Professionals for Anbumani, or PFA, is a forum of professionals that has vowed to broaden his support base.
Very important thing that he has done for the society is very strong hands against tobacco and alcohol. He has a vision for industries, he has a vision for agriculture, he has a vision for the farmers, he has a vision for the women and child health. These are the basic bones, basic pillars that will hold the country.
However, PMK has been identified with the caste groups of Vaniyars. PMK is looking at shedding its caste tag and increasing its acceptability among the urban voters. Anbumani has a Herculean task of expanding his political outreach.
Because this is where our enemies are singling us out and spitting canards about PMK, saying that PMK is this party, it's here and there. We are everywhere, we are broad-based everywhere, and we've come a long way. And our vote bank has increased.
As Ramadas heads home to hold a series of meetings with party workers, he exudes confidence that Delhi boycotted both the Congress and the BJP and chose Kejriwal. Likewise, in Tamil Nadu, both the DMK and the AIADMK will be rejected. For a political party whose appeal is confined to the northern and northwestern regions of Tamil Nadu, the PMK's aspiration to replace the Dravidian parties in the assembly elections sounds ambitious. To win the support of the young voters, the party needs to have a clear roadmap to reduce unemployment in the state. Kriti Mishra's report for Rajya Sabha Television. Well, that's it on this edition of Verdict 2016. See you again next time.